In the last video, I showed you guys how I've made profit, and I showed you how I've doubled accounts a couple of times, not once, not twice, not thrice, just this week. So this is an account. You can see deposit $9, withdraw $113. I'll be running you through a series of profits and losses that I made. So you can see I always show you my trades, I show my positions. You can see the losing trades, you can see the winning trades. All right, so if you look critically, there's something you are going to realize here. You are going to see my losses and my wins, but pay attention to the amount in which I lost and the amount in which I win. All right, so we know clearly it is inevitable to trade without losing. So the only way we can help ourselves, like I always say, is to cut down our losses so that our win should be bigger. So you can see these are break-even trades. This one you see 0.16, 0. These are break-even trades, and then you can see these are losing trades. This one you can see $3 loss. You can see win $9. That's already a thumbs up. You see $4 win 0.1 break-even trades. That's $7. That's a losing trade. Then you see this one winning trade $8. That's a thumbs up. Winning trade $7. You see this one $12. You can see the losing trade just $3, $1, $2. You can see that. Then when I want to win, you see a big win $11. You can see from here $12. This is a thumbs up. Kind of ways in which I trade. That's one of my secrets in which you see me doubling accounts, even small account sizes. You can see that. So this one, you can see losing trades $6, winning trades $11, winning trade $4, $9. All right, so you can see that. You can see that $6, losing trades $1. You see losing trades $1, you see winning trades $8. So you can see for yourself. You can just see the difference you have seen in the other video in which I posted. If you have not yet watched the video, you can check it in this video's description below. You'll see how I doubled a small account that was at about $41. I think that was $45 in just about 2 days or 1 day. All right, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys a strategy which I use. All right, so let's go to our charts. All right, so this is one trade opportunity setup that I was also looking at, and the scalping aspect have faded out. All right, so when one of the secrets which I can share with you guys is that when I'm trading pair like boom and crash, we know that the spreads are very high. All right, so when you're trading boom and crash, knowing that the spreads are very high, you try as much as possible to cut down your losses, to take scalping opportunities. All right, so what I do is this: I do my analysis in the bigger time frame. Like you can see here, I've done my analysis here. All right, so if I go to the D1, the trend of the market, so I use my trend lines, I use my horizontal lines as usual. All right, so you see how I use this trend line and I connected the highs. All right, after connecting the high, you see that price was in clearly downtrend. All right, so you can see that. So from here now, I came and then identified this resistance zone around here. Okay, so I realized that this is the swing move. This was the impulsive move. The last move here was the impulsive move, and price started consolidating, let me say pulling back, what we call the pullback. And after the pullback, it's obvious that price will likely have another impulsive move. All right, so it's good to enter at the pullback. So from the H4 time frame now, I try to sketch out this pattern here, which is the flag pattern you have seen in most of my videos, how I use this pattern. So I've been watching this trade now since Friday last week. All right, so price was still around here when I identified this, so I just drew this trend line once and for all, and I drew the down trend line to make the flag complete. So I knew that to make it complete, price will have to fill up this gap here. Price actually came up, reached here, but didn't make it to this zone. So I was watching, price reversed back and then came to this measure, a minor support here. I was watching and it came up. When it came up now, it finally reached the zone here. That's where we saw the rejection candle. Now you see that I usually take my trades, and you'll be wondering why I take very small losses while trading boom and crash. For those who have been trading this pair, you bear witness with me that
you just take it, enter here, and you have to place your stop loss just above here. All right, you realize that you are going to take, it'll be like $15 stop loss. And if you're entering here, for instance, you want to place your stop loss in a proper zone above the resistance zone, sometimes you'll be shocked to see that that's $15, $20 that you'll be risking for that trade. And just imagine, with an account size of about $50, $60 or $10, how can that be possible? So you see me grow accounts from $10. These are the secrets that I'm sharing with you. What I do is that after I've identified these zones, now I know that at least as price hits this supply zone around here, it's going to move at least for a particular distance before even reversing. Even if it is supposed to reverse or maybe to break the zone, at least it's going to move for some time. That is why I now drop to smaller time frame when the price is still up there. So when I drop to smaller time frame, now I try to catch the sniper entries. There's a way in which boom and crash, it usually spikes sometimes. So you see that when it forms this pattern, I call it the not so perfect double top. I usually call it that way. So when it forms this not so perfect double top, it usually comes back most attempts to retest the zone before it continue moving. All right, so what I usually do is I now wait for it. When I see a pattern like this, for instance here, what I did is that I use this trend line to connect the two double tops. All right, now you see that when price came and then got rejected here again, it came back now to this zone and then it retests the zone. When it retests this zone now here, that's where I enter. When I enter here, I place my stop loss a little bit above the zone. You not see it in small time frame, you go to 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame. All right, so because sometimes if you are just looking at bigger time frame, you might not catch the spike after price had formed the double top, the not so perfect double top here. You realize that it came back to retest, and after the retest, I actually sketch out, you can see this rectangle here. This is what I was waiting for. When price was still down here, I was waiting for it to retest this zone here to catch the sniper entry and then exit around here. You see that all bullish stick until when we got to this point where we had a bearish engulfing candle. So that did not sink something into your mind. So you see that here it's so evident that something else is going to happen. So you see that after the bearish candle that engulfed many candles, you see that. So you enter your stop loss above here. You're going to have a good risk to reward ratio because your stop loss above here and then your TP somewhere around here. So you see how price moved, and in case it even moves and then hits your stop loss, you are not going to take much loss. But if it moves in your favor, you are going to make much profit. And bear with me just from here, you can bear witness with me just from here to here, that could be like $10, $12 with the smallest lot size. Meaning if you are trading with very good account size that is a little bit reasonable, you can take couple of trades, and why not make $100 in one trade, make $200 in a day. So you go to different pairs, you do analysis, you just wait for these opportunities. When they show up, you make your profit. And just as simple as that. When it happens to go otherwise, you take the loss, because it's so obvious we cannot trade without making losses. And you know that though we win most of the times, but you have to bear in your mind, you have to put at the back of your mind that sometimes you are going to lose. So that is inevitable. All right, so if you put that in your back of your mind, you know how to manage your risks, so that in case you lose, you are not going to lose much. Many people have a lot of problems because they make profit, and at the end they take one losing trade and all of the profits that they make, and you see that at the end they end up being losers. So you see that the main point is not just about making profits, but how much you make when you win and how much you make when you lose. So I've been studying the greatest forex traders like Josoro and others, the greatest of all time, and I've learned a lot from them. So that's also helping me. So I hope you can also learn from me too. All right, these are things that could be helpful for someone who do not know. So from here now, you could also be taking your swing trades. All right, you can be taking your swing trade if you have a good account size, and from here realize that if price happens to break through this minor support here, it can be heading right down, can move right down. All right, otherwise if it happens to break through this support, these are resistance up here, we know that we have already secured our profits. We have already made some profits from the scalping setups that we got. So if it even happens to break, we will not be buying at the break zone, except price goes up, comes and then retest before we can be thinking about buying, because we only want to be cashing the impulsive moves, not the pullbacks. So that is how it is, guys. That's how it is, just as simple as that. You try as much as possible to know when and where to enter. So you see, it takes a lot of skills to be able to trade boom and crash with small account size, because as they are dangerous indices and it usually spike. If you have not studied it for a long while, it's not advisable for you to trade small accounts on it. All right, so that is how it is, guys. I hope that this video have added something to your trading arsenal. I hope that you have learned something from this video. Please, if you find the video useful and you are new to this channel, just click on that subscribe button, click on the notification bell, so that whenever I post a new video, you are going to get notified. So there are other setups that I've already analyzed and I'm going to be putting my eye on. All right, so we do our analysis, we wait for reaction, we wait patiently to make sure that the trade plays out the way we want to. So this is one trade that is almost the same concept in which I've been explaining. All right, so you can see how I identify these zones here, and I discovered that this price is in a channel. So after pulling back here, I realized that there was a rejection candle up here. So if you go to smaller time frame, you are going to see a similar scenario. All right, you see the not so perfect double bottom that has formed in this case. All right, so you can see that, and you see that here when it formed the not so perfect double bottom, it came back, it retested here. You see the bullish candle, you see how price moved. All right, so we are now waiting for another setup to get good entry. We are now waiting for price to pull back from here. You see how price is reacting to the zones in which I've indicated. So I'm waiting for price to pull back somewhere around here, and then we'll be looking to see if we are going to take a buy or it's going to break through the zone, and we'll be waiting for retest to enter. So that's how it is, guys. Please make sure that you click on that subscribe button, click on the like, click on the notification bell, so that you get updated whenever we post a new video. Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next video.